Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Leon Rebl, and this is Rebel with Passion, Part 4. First things first, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm super tired. I have been singing all night because I promised you guys I would cover 2 songs. I covered Adele's Rolling in the Deep and Chris Brown's Don't Wake Me Up. It's a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm not used to having, challenging my voice to do high notes, and especially high-pitched high notes like that. But I promise you guys I would show my good, my bad, my flaws, my imperfections, my struggles, and success. So that's part of it. So I hope you guys can bear with me, and you guys can appreciate my trying. I did the best I could, and that's all I can do. I'm not taking vocal training. I'm literally just on YouTube learning vocal techniques and breathing techniques, and that's really it. And the rest of it is just research, education on my own, and just practicing. So bear with me. I'm trying my best here. Also, I've had a falling out with a family member, and it's taught me 2 life lessons that I want to share with you guys. So first things first, I keep saying that a lot, I'm sorry. First thing I've learned is a lesson on being dependent and dependency. Being dependent and dependency is a tricky thing because anything can affect a person's word or can affect, just that relationship that you have of being dependent on them. And because you're the one dependent on them, you will lose. You will be the one picking up the pieces as I am. And it's a difficult thing. So I want to say, if you can be, try to be as independent as possible. It works out for you in the end, trust me. And if you are dependent on someone, try to be as involved as whatever they promised or whatever their word is. Try to be as involved as possible, and or have backups. So therefore you're not left picking pieces, and you can handle whatever has happened. I'll give you an example. If you this isn't about me, but I'll give you an example. If you was to move in with a girlfriend or boyfriend, and you left your house, or you left, where you were living with your parents, and then you guys argue with that girlfriend or boyfriend, and you get kicked out. Now you have to go back home, or you have to find somewhere else to live. That's a tricky thing. Sorry, try to find your lighting. So that's a tricky thing right there, because then you have to find somewhere to live. Showing you guys around, woo! So then you have to find somewhere to live. And that's why dependency is tricky like that, because things can become unstable at the drop of a dime. And, you don't want to be left in a bad predicament. The second lesson I learned was on hate. And I realized it takes so much energy and time to hate someone. Because you're thinking about why you hate them, and you're remembering, whatever happened. You are spending time and energy restraining yourself, most likely, from acting on that anger or hate. And just in general, you're just thinking about somebody else, and you could be spending that time and energy on you, on being productive for you. You can be spending that time on forgiving yourself, be spending that energy on doing things of importance that's going to benefit you. So it makes no sense to hate or to have anger for people. Just let go. Keep moving, learn that lesson, take that loss, and that's all you can do, and everything. I say this because I wish I'd known then what I know now, and I'm saying this to the younger generation. It makes no sense to, hate or get at other people, or to have these Facebook arguments, or to go fight people all the time, because at the end of the day, it's not going to really change much. And I noticed because I was the type of person who would argue for however long it took to have the last word. I would go out there and pop off, fight people. That's no problem to me and everything. And I just want to say, I've learned you can go fight that person. You can argue with that person. They're still going to say whatever they want to say. And they're still going to think whatever they want to think. So, that whole entire, spending time with them and trying to prove yourself, or trying to prove, you're not scared, it's stupid. It really is. It can be spent on much better things that are going to benefit you. And I wish I knew at a younger age to do things that were productive for me, and to do things that were going to help me to have a career and helped me to, you know, be a go-getter and hustle, not in that way, but, you know, just be on my grind and taking care of business. So if you're young, you know, try your best to get started as early as possible to do for you, because it'll benefit you in the long run. Even though I'm kind of happy, it was meant for me to start now with this singing thing and to really be productive, because at a certain time and age in your life is different for everyone. But you just really do become, you know, self-assured, confident, and accepting of yourself. You become self-assured and confident because you know who you are finally. You know what you want out of life. You know what you want from relationships, from people in your life. And you know what you're willing to accept. You know what your standards are. And you know what you're not willing to accept and what you won't stand for. So that's very important to learn. You know who you are and what you want. And what you want to do. And what you want from life. And the second reason this happened to me for, you know, a purpose is because I'm finally accepting of who I am. You know, before when I was younger, I was a strong person, but I also was the type of person that, you know, sometimes the hate would get to me. I would start to think maybe it is true, or I would start to question myself, or I would just start to have, you know, moments of having low confidence. And although I have them still now to this day, I don't have them nearly as much as I did before. Before, I was the type of person who never thought I was good enough. And I say that because, for two reasons. Number one, in relationships, I didn't feel I was good enough because, as I said before, I've never been in a relationship. So, to never been in a relationship, but to always been so close to having one, you feel like, why was I good enough to be in it? Or for that person to choose me, or pick me, or, you know, why wasn't I good enough for the truth? Why wasn't I good enough not to be lied to? Why wasn't I good enough not to, you know, be the other guy, or, you know, to, you know, be cheated on, whatever. That's what you feel like. And I want to say, don't question why you're not good enough. It's not about you not being good enough. It really is most likely the other person. Almost always the other person. If you notice, for the people who are questioning why am I not good enough for this guy, you know, from to choose me to be in a relationship or to acknowledge me, most of the guys that don't acknowledge you, or who you feel are not, or you're not good enough for, they choose people who are, and this is for, you know, guys to girls also, by the way, you know, for the girls who you feel you're not good enough for, or the girls who you feel choose, you know, other guys, in general, for people, most of the time, those people that you like who, you know, don't realize how good enough you are, or you don't feel good enough for, they choose the wrong people. They get cheated on, they get lied to. So are you really going to trust the judgment of someone who couldn't pick the right person for themselves? Just think about it. You know, it's not about you not being good enough. It's about the person not realizing you're good enough. And that's not your fault. Because they're going to keep getting hurt until they realize it. It happened to me. You know how many times I've been apologized to? Like, I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry, you know, that you were a rebound or whatever. I've been told those sorries. And it hurts. But I came to the realization, you know, not nearly as much it hurts to be the person who's wrong. Or to be the person who, you know, didn't realize I was good enough until afterwards. So don't feel not good enough for when it comes to people. Second thing is, right now, I've had confidence issues because I see other artists out there who have more reviews on their videos, or more likes on their fan page, or get more shares. And I appreciate my fans, by the way. I want to put that out there. I have had so many inboxes saying how proud people are of me, that I'm trying and I'm doing this. I've had people offer me money, which I want to say you don't have to. And I've had people say, you know, I don't have much, but I can offer you a little bit. Any amount helps. Even $5 helps. And you don't have to, because I've been saving up money. You know, I'm working hard. I've been going to work and everything to get this money. You know, so again, any support helps. Whether it's verbal support, just a shoulder to lean on. You just tell me you're proud of me. If you want to offer money, that's fine also. It's not required. It's not needed. You know, it's just anything. And I appreciate my fans for that. As I was saying before, though, it kind of intimidates me a little bit when I see other artists, you know, who can sing really good, you know, and who have more fans or also. So I don't feel like I'm competing with them because I realize there's like a billion people who are trying to make it into entertainment in general. And I know that I have talent and I have skill and I know that I can make it far. So, you know, it's just something that I think about sometimes. Sometimes I just, you know, kind of feel some type of way, you know. But I keep pushing forward and keep doing what I have to do and keep doing what I have to do for me and not worrying about them because I'm not going to spend my time worrying about a billion people. I can acknowledge good talent and respect it, but I'm also going to prove that, you know, I'm up there also, and I'm competition too, and I'm doing what I have to do for me, and hopefully I'll make it. I'm going to try my best to, and I'm confident I will. Another thing that's been happening with me is I kind of had a argument with my best friend. She came to the realization that she's only partially involved in this, and for anybody who's done music or who's, you know, done things like this, you know how it is. It's one of those things in which you have to go all in, hard, giving your best, or not at all. So it's a very difficult thing, but I'm gonna keep doing what I have to do. I don't have any hatred towards her or any anger, you know. And I don't want anybody saying bad things about her because that's still my best friend. I still love her. I still care. It makes me feel more alone than I did before, and I already felt alone because it was just me and her. You know, I would ask her, was this song good enough? Me and her would think of, you know, the beats, of the melody for the song, how it should be, you know, sang or arranged and everything. And it was just, you know, we really did rely on each other. So now I feel like, you know, we were driving and she was in the passenger seat and now she's in the back seat. And although she's still here and I know she still cares, it's like there's a void on the side of me now. So it's kind of hard. And I kind of known that she wasn't all in. I was hoping I was wrong. That, you know, it kind of took me, you know, it took me for surprise, but kind of like, you know, maybe like, damn, I knew it. And everything. And it's just hard because, you know, this is a long, strenuous, stressful process. And, you know, like I said before, I never had a relationship, you know, with anybody, so I don't know what it is to have the support that I do now with having the fans that I have, the rebels that I have, who are telling me they're proud of me, and who are telling me to, you know, keep going and everything. Never been with someone who says, you know, I got your back, do what you gotta do, or you know, you did great or whatever. I've never had that. And I've always been the black sheep of my family, and they never really understood, you know, what I was doing or who I am or what I like to do. So it's kind of hard for them to support, you know, it's kind of hard for them to support something they don't believe in or they don't, you know, you know, I don't know, it's the support hasn't been there with them either and everything. So these fans mean a lot, and, you know, her being next to me and me thinking that she was all in also meant a lot. So kind of, you know, in a way it affects me, but I'm still going to do what I have to do. Still keep moving forward, still do what I do with the music. And it's like I said, if I have to build this empire, you know, with my own bare hands alone, then I'm going to do it. It's whatever I have to do, and I'm on my grind. And I say that because I know there's a lot of people out there who have been inboxing me on Facebook, a lot of close friends, and I want to apologize. I'm sorry for being a stranger. It really is because I want to try to catch up to everybody else who has, you know, a whole bunch of reviews and a whole bunch of videos, and I also want to, you know, just really get this started. It's my passion, it's my happiness, and it's like I was telling my best friend when we had this talk and everything, I finally found something that makes me happy. I always thought a guy would make me happy and a relationship would make me happy, and that was what was missing in my life. And I came to the realization that relationships and people, they make your life, but it's not that one thing that will ever make you happiest or that will be, you know, make you happy in forever. You know, it's kind of a fairy tale fantasy to have. Different things in your life make you happy, and combined, they make up your happiness. So I've come to the realization that, you know, this music, this dream of mine is part of my happiness. And I finally have something of my own that makes me happy, and it's been it's a long time coming. I haven't been happy, before doing this music thing. I wasn't happy before. I had things I liked to do, but I didn't have a passion as I do with this. So to have a passion, to have a happiness, and have something that makes you feel, like you, and makes you feel like this is something that, you've been missing out on for a while, is great. So with that being said, again, I'm sorry to guys who I haven't hung out with and haven't seen. And what came between me and my friend was the fact that, she came to the realization that she wasn't all in, because I'm willing to make a lot of sacrifices for this dream, and you have to. When it comes to things that are like this, that are really important to you, you have to make a lot of sacrifices. And I've been sacrificing hanging out. I've been sacrificing spending money. I've been sacrificing, going places and everything and having fun. And it may seem stupid to certain people, and other people might understand, but it's simply because I know in the long run it'll be worth it, and I can have my fun, and I can do all those things. So I'm willing to sacrifice for the short term. And we just were at odds about that, and I completely see her point. I can completely see why, it's a difficult thing, especially when this is not your passion as much as mine, or your dream as much as mine. To ask you to, give them out isn't fair. But to those people, again, when I'm halfway done with this mixtape, or when I'm done with it, I promise we're going to do something, and, I will reappear. Let you guys know what's going on with the mixtape. I'm working on my 9th song. It's called Adam and Eve. Just tell you guys real quick, number one, I want to apologize to the females. I do not want you to feel any type of way towards this song or anything like that. The song is called Adam and Eve because it's about a DL boy I liked. Down low boy, for you guys don't know what that means. Down low means, or in the closet means that, they haven't came out. I like DL boys. I like thugs, don't ask me. But yeah. So it's about this DL boy that I liked, and we had he had a girlfriend. I don't want you guys to think I did anything, because we didn't do anything. So I'm put that out there before you guys, think I'm a bad person or something like that, and go, oh, I see the type of person you are now. But we had an emotional relationship, and it was that we just really, cared for each other and liked each other. And even though he had a girlfriend, I didn't stop him from liking me, and nor did it stop me from liking him. So in that way, I do feel bad, because I would never want that to happen to me. But the song is not 100% on that. It's just part of it. It's the reason behind it. But the lyrics aren't about that relationship, or that in general and everything. But it's called Adam and Eve because obviously I'm Adam and the girlfriend's Eve, and it's about, basically which one do you want, or, who do you choose, or whatever, something like that. So I'm working on my 9th song. I plan to have my first single, or first 2 singles out by the end of September. So be on the lookout for that. As I said before, I'm really just, saving money up and everything. And I also want to talk 2 things about the fans. First thing is, I've had fans who have inboxed me support, saying they're proud of me, like I said before. I ran into an old classmate, and she told me she watches the videos, and, she's proud of me. And I want to say thank you guys, for watching these videos, even watching right now. Thank you personally to you, because, you guys, it means a lot to me to know that I have, support, and to have people who, do care, and who are proud, and who are, acknowledging, what I'm trying to do here. Second thing is, I've had people, offer money. You don't have to, but like I said before, any amount helps with that if you do want to, and I do greatly appreciate it. And just any way you support me. If you're inboxing me saying, you're a shoulder to lean on, if you inbox me, saying just that you're proud of me, keep doing what you do, anything like that, I love it. And I thank you guys, for this whole thing in general. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy process. It is a struggle. It is a lot of vulnerability with these videos, and just, telling you guys and showing you guys this side of me. It's a very intimate, type of affair that we're having here. So, yeah. That's really it that I had to say and everything. And have a good night, Rebels, or I should say good morning. It's like 5:30 probably right now and everything. And, yep, so, that's it. Rebels.